Hey, so it's Friday, picking up food for charity. The J-Man can't make it, he's feeling under the weather. So it's me. It's a big day. I already have 3/4 of my truck full. I had so many financial donations this week that I just went out and spent some money. This is I guess I had a truck the other day. I had a generous $50 donation, so I just matched it. So I went to the Aldi and I bought like $100 and some odd worth of stuff. The number's not really important. What is important is the fact that I got 3/4 of a truck then. Now I got about 3/4 of a truck again, and that was with donations of around $200. And then I just got, my neighbor just sent me some cash, so I'm gonna have to go back out again. But literally, we're doing pretty good this week. I think people are extra generous because of the Hurricane Ida. But here's what happens. After that event, people are still going to need help. People will drop out. So my plan is I'm going to pick up some stuff at UPenn School of Dentistry in a couple of weeks. Toothpaste, toothbrushes, that kind of stuff. Because they always need it. And I'm at stop number, well, technically it's stop number 3. Technically. But it's my first stop today. People dropped off last night. Stop 3 on to stop 4. I'm going all the way to Titusville today. That's probably the farthest. Now I guess I went further out than that. That's my Diet Coca-Cola. So I'm not drinking anything but Diet Coca-Cola this morning. Well, that's not entirely true. I had a coffee. I'm getting pretty tired. I was at Fisherman's Mark for like 3 hours yesterday. A whole bunch of volunteers, including their neighbors, helped us load everything into the dumpster that they ordered. And it was everything in their basement. They lost everything. I mean, there was some tools and stuff that were high and dry, but they lost a couple of freezers, which I don't think they need replaced because they have freezers at their new location over at the old farm, the Homestead Farmers Market. That's where they're taking pickups and drop-offs this week. Their old location got inundated with mud, and what I refer to as not mud. If you smelled it, you know what I mean. It's bad. I gotta get my truck washed because I drove through Lambertville so many times. It's covered in hepatitis B or A, or both. Yeah, so I gotta get the truck washed because I have to get it serviced soon. I have a state inspection coming up, so I have to do that for all 3 cars. Okay, so what am I looking for? Is this? I'm so turned around today. I'm sorry if I sound tired, a little irrational, it's because I am. I've just been working so hard. It gets tough a while. It gets tough. Okay, I'm just gonna use my GPS and my phone because I am not making any sense. Yeah, I'm just looking at my phone. That's why there's dead air. Found it. My work phone I don't use very often except to make phone calls, which is kind of funny, right? I made it here basically on blind faith. I just been here once I go to a house 2 or 3 times, I usually just drive by and check to see if they have anything, which is kind of funny if you think about it, because it's hard to remember where everybody lives. It's right up here. This is the people where I made the joke about having lentils or something. Not lentils, chickpeas, right? Alright, let's see. There's a big thing here. Wow, that's pretty wild. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Alright, gotta flip around. So, everyone who doesn't know, Hurricane Ida rushed through here. Well, it was tropical storm then, but I was in the middle of it helping a neighbor, so I would tell you I didn't know it was a tropical storm. It came down. We had tornado warnings. My neighbor Paul didn't get home until like 3 o'clock in the morning. He got stuck at work. Roads closed, trees were down, and 2 creeks in Lambertville jumped their banks. Basically poured down Swan. I don't remember the name of the creek north of town. South of town. No, north of town. Also did it and ruined a bunch of people's homes. People lost everything. So they need everything. So that's what happened here. All right, I'll be right back. Alright, so I got a box of food and a dehumidifier. Alright, let's see where I'm going next. Wow. Whew. My other phone doesn't work very well at all as a mapper. Alright, I'm 11 miles away.
Head north.
Heading north, apparently.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Bridgewater Drive.
Gonna turn right on Bridgewater Drive in 500 feet, apparently.
Turn right onto Bridgewater
It's about
Drive.
when I could use the J-Man's witty banter. But he's not feeling well, so I'll take it. Alright, gonna turn right. It's probably gonna take me over the bridge that's out. So we lost a bunch of little bridges here.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto George Kaufman Way.
Yeah, it's taking me the wrong way, I think. Well, we'll find out. I know where most of the places are where I go, but because of the hurricane, a lot of people have stepped up that usually aren't people I pick up from, which is great.
Turn left onto George Kaufman Way.
But I don't know
then
where all their
turn right
houses
onto
are.
South Sugan Road.
Mostly I had, oh, see, I can't turn right on South Sugan Road there, buddy, because it's out. It's gone. There, it doesn't exist. So, okay, so this is going to take me a long way around. That's all right. I'll do it.
Turn right onto South Sugan Road, then turn right onto Stony Hill Road.
You can't turn right on Stony Hill Road because the bridge is out. So in about 5 minutes, the GPS is going to do what they always do. It's going to have a psychobilly freak out. So you get to listen to it screaming at me. So enjoy that if you like that sort of thing.
Turn right onto Stony Hill Road.
Can't turn right.
Continue straight
So,
onto South Sugan Road.
I don't know how many people are watching. I know my cousin Sean's watching, but you know, we all saw a lot of sci-fi. You know, when we were kids, it happened. We all knew about, like, eventually terminating robots are going to take over the world and kill us all, or turn us into batteries in a matrix, or you know, this is what we were told. This is what we were told for years and years. But in reality, what's going to happen is the machines are just taking our GPSs first to drive us nuts, and they're going to have us all drive into ponds, like The Office style. That's my theory, because we're all becoming so dependent on these machines. That's why whenever I drive anywhere, I try not to use it. Like, we went to Long Beach Island last weekend. I just was like, yeah, I looked at the map, I know where I'm going. There's a couple times I needed some help, but I pretty much had it. As far as the GPS, I didn't need it that much. Man, I got a bit of a headache today too. It's probably allergies and the weather. Yep. So, for those of you who don't live in New Hope, this is lovely Stony Hill Road. I guess it goes up a Stony Hill, and it's fun. So basically, a bunch of people stepped up this week, mostly some last week. I was talking to a guy who lives just around the corner from Fisherman's Mark, their old location at the fire hall. Now they're moved to the farmer's market over by the CVS. Anyhow, Homestead Farmer's Market is what it used to be called. Anyhow, he told me he lost a bunch of stuff in his basement, but he said, you know, the people down the road from him lost so much more. And it's pretty much what everybody's been saying. Like, they're thankful they didn't lose everything. They're thankful they have a place to stay. They feel bad for people that lost everything. There was a guy volunteering yesterday who lost literally everything. His apartment flooded out. He has nothing. So he's getting help. But he took the day to go over and help us clean out all the mess in the basement. The man lost everything. Think about that. I was fine. Like, I had a neighbor who had water come into her house. I came over, I helped her out, gave her a backup battery for her phone. Her husband was out. She was worried about him. And then I basically went back home and just waited out the storm. When it passed, the next day it was sunny, like 65 degrees. I had no power. So I told my manager, I said, I'm just taking a half day today. When my battery runs out of my laptop, I'll take a half day, and then I'm going to go help with the cleanup. And that's what I did. I took a half day yesterday to help with the cleanup. That's when they got the dumpster. There's people in the streets just looking dumbfounded by everything. And if you go down to Lambertville, I know people have been going, the streets have mud, not mud, all over them, and it stinks. And they're having an issue with getting enough garbage people to collect everything, and then, you know, the waste management's been a real big issue. So that's one of the problems. And then we had the rain the other night, and I'm glad it wasn't that bad because people were worried, you know.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto US 202 south.
Wow, okay, so I'll turn left on Reeder Road. That's a good idea. GPS. Again, I think Skynet's really going to be our GPSs and get us killed. Just making a left on this road is thoroughly dangerous, especially when you're driving around a 2.7 liter inline four, you know, 16-year-old Toyota Tacoma. Like, it's got about as much horsepower as my right foot. All right, let's see. Made it.
Continue on US 202 south for 1 mile.
I'm gonna go 1 mile south. All right, that's stop. I only have 2 more stops after this. That's pretty quick, huh? Thought it would be much more. That's all right. I can go to Titusville. I can drop this stuff off on my way there. I picked up near Phillips Mill. My wife texted me early, and she said she's worried about leaving stuff on River Road. She thought it might get stolen. I was like, all right, I can get up and go now. So I drove over there, and Nothing literally got stolen because I just picked it up out of her trunk. But her mail gets stolen and stuff, like packages. I mean, you gotta really want something if you're gonna take it from a package. Whatever. It's just weird. Like, you don't even know what's in there. And I'm pretty sure that no one's getting bars of gold delivered from Amazon. You know, and do you really want whatever crap they get? Whatever. Anyhow. So I charged up all my USB backup batteries today, waiting for the next storm, which is going to come. And I see the linemen are out shoring up the lines again, because for the first time in a long time we lost power. It's probably been since Superstorm Sandy, where the ice storm, the Halloween ice storm was the last time we lost power. Sandy obviously was a bigger event.
Turn right onto Akitong Road.
Okay, I'm going to turn right on Akitong Road. But anyhow, we didn't lose power for a while, so I got a little slacky with stuff. But I'm back figuring it all out.
Turn right onto Akitong Road.
Okay, I don't know what this guy's doing. Farmers out. It looks like they're doing grass cutting. This is gonna be fun.
Continue for 2 miles.
Okay, all right. Can't see now. I hope you can. They're just doing trimming on the side of the road. Huh. Yeah, it's really great. When they're harvesting, it's like a lot of farm fields around here, so you see a lot of slow-moving tractors on the road. They have to use the road. They don't have anywhere else to go. So, oh, I knew where I was going. Why didn't... Exhaustion. I haven't done this much physical labor in years, so I'm a little tired. Hauling furniture up steps, tossing it in dumpsters. Yeah, it's not what I generally do anymore. I do, like, you know, mind stuff. And I try to swim and go to the gym. I haven't been to the gym since January of 2020. So, you know, COVID and everything. But I try to stay fit. Try to do stuff. Swimming mostly this summer. Doing between 1,000 and 2,000 meters every day in the lap pool. That'll wear you out. But it's nothing like hauling junk. And it's funny because a lot of people, they pack the water in with the stuff yesterday. So I was emptying out bags that were filled with water. Like, there's no reason to throw that out. It's all wet. Everything was wet. Wet paper bags, wet boxes of canned food, wet everything. It's tough. Alright. This is a lovely road if you've never been here. I strongly suggest you drive it in a rear-wheel drive sports car. It's a lot more fun than in my pickup, because the pickup isn't as much fun. Okay. This is the bridge. It's a one-lane bridge. No one ever yields. People just shoot across it like 90 miles an hour. So I always come up on it slow, because you don't want to head on. It would stink. And I got too much stuff in my truck. If I lose the truck, I lose the stuff. Alright, let's see. Where are we going now? Oh, I gotta go. This is a fun intersection. I have to check,
In a quarter mile, sharp left onto Green Hill Road.
Green Hill Road. Okay, that's by the flea market. I finally got my first tomato of the season. I ate it this morning for breakfast. It was delicious. I've got about 6 more coming.
Sharp left onto Green Hill Road.
Hopefully,
Then turn right onto Yorkshire
the flowers will turn into tomatoes before. What am I doing? Oh, I gotta stop because the GPS is all screwed up. All right, let's see if this is the right way.
Turn right onto Yorkshire Road, then turn right. Head south on Green Hill Road toward Yorkshire Road. Continue on Green Hill Road for half a mile.
It says I'm 4 minutes away. I don't know. Anyhow, what was I talking about? I can't even remember. Oh, tomatoes. So I have a bunch more flowers coming. Oh, well, I missed it. Bunch.
In a quarter mile, sharp left onto Pennsylvania 263 North.
I'm gonna turn around. GPS terminators have got me today. I should have more tomatoes, but as long as the weather holds out till October, because we had a bunch of frost. I didn't plant my tomatoes until the end of May. I should have planted them a month earlier, but there was too many frost warnings, which seems kind of amusing now, because we had like an entire month of over 100-degree temperature during the day, which I don't get too much sun on my front porch, which is probably one of the reasons I didn't get a ton of tomatoes.
On Yorkshire Road. In 1,000 feet, turn left to stay on Yorkshire Road.
Because it wants to, man. You just can't read the map because it's all... Alright. Well, here we go. I'm back up.
Pennsylvania 263 North for 1 mile.
Alright, so I'm back up again. So it took me the wrong way. I knew where I was going, and I followed the GPS like a schmuck. So now I'm still driving, going to Creamery Road, which is literally a 5-minute drive from my house when the bridge isn't out by the railroad tracks, which it is out, so now it's like a 20-minute drive from my house. Not complaining, just the facts. Every time I have to go to the market or anywhere else, it's like, okay, I gotta go all the way around town now. I think the bridge is gonna be out for a while, because I got a lot more to do than just one little bridge in New Hope. Whatever. Alright, so
Quarter mile, turn left onto Creamery Road.
turn left. Oh, that's right, she said she's down by the orchard. Oh, if you haven't, anyone who hasn't been out here, there are 2 lovely orchards. One's Soulberry Orchards, they do apple picking and all that, and the other one's
Turn left onto Creamery Road.
Maxoff Farmers Market, and they actually have, they make cider, and they have a hard cider tasting room. It's actually really cool. It's a nice view of the farm, well, the orchard, I guess.
Quarter mile, your destination will be on the left.
Okay, so my destination will be on the left. I should have just gone right to Soulberry Orchards, but you know, that's what happens when you don't get enough sleep, I guess. 3123 Creamery Road. Okay, guy out on his bike.
Your destination is on the left.
I think she said she put it on her porch. Peaceful Getaway is the name of the house, apparently. Maybe I should name my house something. Oh, wow. She sent me a picture. It was on her back porch. Be right back, kids. I have 2 more stops and I ran out of room in my truck. So I'm gonna drop off. The back seat's even full. So this is 1.75 trucks this week, and I think after my last 2 pickups it'll be 2. And this afternoon I'll get my truck washed because it's literally covered in, oh geez, someone's going 100 miles an hour. My truck is literally covered in raw sewage and mud, so I have to get it washed. It's 25 mile an hour zone. I think that one was going at least 50. Huh. That's weird. You can see any little kids walking around, but that's the weird thing. Like in Bucks County, they'll walk on the road with their dogs because, you know, there's no sidewalk or anything, because you can see it's cornfields and cottages and things like that. So when you come around a blind turn going 50, 60 miles an hour, you could literally kill someone. So it's not a good idea. All right, so I've got 2 more stops. What I'm going to try to do is do the first one, then I'm going to go down towards Titusville, which is my last one, and then I'm done. So, but I've been out for about half an hour, and I did 3 stops. Truck is full. I've got, in addition to a lot of soap and shampoo, canned beans, dried beans, ketchup, 2 dehumidifiers, a bunch of toilet paper, a mess of other things. And then probably not next week, but the week after, I'm going to go get stuff from UPenn's dental school, which is going to be, they have a charity department, so Fisherman's Mark, which I've partnered with most of the time. I'm going to pick up for other people, but they filled out a form so I can get them some toothpaste, toothbrushes. Oh, and look, the road's closed. What a shock. So I got to go the long way around. That's fine. I can do that. So like I don't do it all the time. Alright, let's go this way. Past the Soulberry Post Office. Friend Lori told me that's the best place to mail stuff, and she's not wrong. New Hope gets really crowded. Alright, what was I going to say? So, truck is pretty much full. I'm going to stop at Delaware Avenue, or I have to pick something up in Lambertville, and I think that's it. Oh, and if anyone wants to volunteer, there's a bunch of lists on social media, but you can always call Fisherman's Mark, Ricardo, send people to some houses. There's a lot of senior citizens that had flood damage, and they can't physically do the cleaning themselves. They're just not able. So they've been sending crews over to help from the elementary school over in Lambertville, and Ricardo has a list over Fisherman's Mark. There's a bunch of volunteer stuff on Facebook, but you can always call Fisherman's Mark or figure out who's helping over at the elementary school. I don't have any contacts there because I've just been doing what I've been doing and extra. So this part-time gig turned into a full-time gig the last 2 weeks, plus my full-time gig. That might be why I'm tired. All right. So here we go down the road. A lot of pretty houses. And that one's for sale. I'd buy a new house, but the market right now is ridiculous. People want way, way more than they're worth. I took advantage of that and refinanced my house, though. Got a lovely little interest rate break. Knocked 5 years off my mortgage and almost $300 off my monthly payment. So I'll take that. Okay. I wish I would have brought another drink, like a water or something. I'm getting thirsty. I haven't had breakfast or lunch, so I'll be ordering something later. A lot of it. Yeah. So, those of you who don't know, Fridays are when I do pickups. I usually leave around 10, so I can be home early because it's a lot of driving. Well, at least today is. It's more miles than I usually do. I have to go up to Phillips Mill, so that's like 3 miles north of town, which is no big deal. I got to go to Titusville, which is about 6 miles south of town. So today is going to be about 45 minutes of driving all in, which isn't a big deal. Usually I just pick up around my neighborhood. and sometimes Lambertville on my way there because people always have stuff there. All right. My neighbor's making meals for people that are displaced today. She's dropping them off. I know there's a whole people coordinating that over in Lambertville. I don't know much about it. Which, if I had the time, I would do that, but I don't. I just have a couple hours a week, and this week I spent about 6 hours on all this, so pretty soon I'm going to have to get back to working my full-time job, or I'm not going to have it, which is going to be a shame, because I quite enjoy my job. Let's see. This thing's useless. Alright, let's drop this stuff off. I'll be turning off the camera before we get there because there'll be people picking up. And everyone deserves their dignity. Probably gonna go.
Head southeast on North Sugan Road toward US 202
Gonna
south,
go to this
then
stop
turn
over
left
by
onto
Phillips
US
Barber
202 north.
in Lambertville, and then I'm gonna drop off. I don't think she's gonna have more than a couple bags. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, you can't. All these people are gonna go around.
Turn
Right?
left onto US 202 north.
All right, let's go there.
Continue on US 202 north for 1.5 miles.
Seems weird to make a left and the light's red there, and I just want to stop. All right, so we're gonna go over the ugly bridge, the 202 bridge, but it's the fastest way. Fisherman's Mark was in the south end of Lambertville. Now they're on the north end of Lambertville, so they moved to higher ground, which is good. It's nice because the farmer's market was already fully equipped with freezers, fridges. They've got ovens. They've got walk-in fridges and freezers. They got everything there, so it's already ready, right? So it's turnkey for them to move on in. And I don't know what they're going to do with the space on the south end of town, the old fire hall. I'm hoping they can do something with it. It was pretty bad. The basement was pretty bad. I mean, it still stinks. I don't know what they're going to end up doing. But they got pizza for everyone yesterday. I ate before I came because I figured I'm just there to work. So they got pizzas for all the volunteers, which is really nice. All right, so going over the river, pick up stuff at Delaware Avenue in Lambertville. I got one stop at Titusville, and then I'm going the heck home because I've had enough of today. I've got to do work for my work, and then yeah, it's fine. You know, it's fine.
In a quarter mile, take the New Jersey 29 exit toward Lambertville, Stockton.
And that's what I'm gonna do. The river's really muddy, and it's not as high as it was before. There were people talking about rumors of losing the bridge, the free bridge, because it's lower than the 202 bridge. I bought into some of that panic, I must say. Last Thursday, when I was at Fisherman's Mark cleaning out, I heard that it might crest at 3:30. They might close the bridge because they're worried about trees and other floating debris in the river. So I left a little earlier than I wanted to, just so I didn't get stuck overnight there. The director there said, "Well, you can always stay at my house," and I said, "Nah, I smell awful. I can't. I gotta shower and change my clothes. So just, it's bad. It's stinky." All right. So here's my right turn.
In half a mile, turn left on Phillips Barber Road.
All right.
Welcome to New Jersey.
Oh, welcome to New Jersey. I've been in New Jersey for like a mile now. Oh, creek's all torn up here. I guess that's what they said happened. Got vac trucks cleaning out the storm drains. So many people were here the last few days. Construction crew was down by Fisherman's Mark's old location yesterday. They gave us a little hand, so cheers to that. Alright. Gotta slow down because now it's 25. Yeah, people just, they lost everything. You can see all this stuff that's piled up. Their basements were flooded with creek water and raw sewage, so it's all wasted.
Turn left onto Phillips Barber Road.
I think for some people it's a good spring cleaning, I guess. For other people, it's just, you know, especially people that lived in low-lying areas and apartments, they lost everything. The guy yesterday lost all his clothes, everything. I mean, that's a raw deal.
In 1,000 feet, sharp right onto Alexander Avenue.
I can make that sharp right. Alright. So there's probably a bunch of people who've never been up this hill. I think this was one of the highest points in town. Make a mental note if you're buying property here.
Sharp right onto
One guy
Alexander Avenue.
was helping out yesterday. His basement flooded. He lost his furnace, but he didn't lose his electrical box. And he said, you know, when I was looking at flood
In
insurance,
1,000 feet, turn left onto Delaware Road.
they said he wasn't in the floodplain. And he asked his neighbors if they had flood insurance. They said, yeah, we all have flood insurance because the floodplain has changed in the last 20 years. And I said, yeah, it might be a good idea. I think this is right? No, maybe not. Let's see. I think I gotta go further up because that's just Phillips Barber. This is Alexander Road. It's Perry Street, Perry Road, Alexander Avenue. Okay, so I'm still going.
Turn left onto Delaware Road. Then your destination will be on the left.
Oh, I've been here before. Oh, wow, their basement's even flooded. Look at that. Wow, all the way up here. So strike that. I guess there's no place safe. And I don't have a basement, so I don't have to worry
Your
about that.
destination is on the left.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, wow, there's a lot of stuff. Wow. All right, so I guess my front seat's going to be full now. 3 boxes. All right, so my truck is full. Front and back seats are full. Well, except the one I'm sitting in. The bed is way full. This is like, well, it's been a 2-truck week. I'll just say that. I still have one more stop. So I gotta drop first before I stop. Oh my gosh. I might need a nap. So yeah, it's a bunch of old speakers, treadmill. Oh, that stinks. They have a dehumidifier got ruined, and a freezer. That stinks. Those are things you need right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go down the hill. So the Homestead Farmers Market, what's it? The Clausen Farm. The city bought it last year. That was a big deal politically. People were really upset. There's a lot of, you know, typical small town politics stuff that I don't get involved in because I just don't. And I don't live in New Jersey, so, you know, I don't have any skin in that game at all. But it's kind of nice that they bought it because that means now there's a place for the food pantry that got flooded out. Delaware Valley Food Pantry. I don't know if they got hit hard or not, but they're asking for stuff. So basically, if you drop off at Fisherman's Mark, they're actually taking stuff over to Delaware Valley Food Pantry as well. So they're, you know, it's all going somewhere. So I wouldn't worry about it that much, whether it's here, there, or anywhere. All right. And then there's a lot of people that are homeless. They're already getting help from Fisherman's Mark that now don't have homes. Now, people were asking me about clothes and furniture. No one's taking that right now. You're just jamming up the system with goodwill. And I get it. Everybody wants to help. I totally get it. But you're not. You're just jamming up the system. So just hold on to that stuff. When it's needed, they'll ask for it. Just think about it that way. Okay, well, here I am dropping off. Looks like they got a ton of stuff. I'm going to turn off now and turn back on in a minute. All right, bye.